lovely people, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Esther and my channel is Life with Dede. I do sewing and DIY videos. I saw that quite a lot of you joined the family during the week, and I welcome you all to this wonderful family. And if you are still considering subscribing, please do that. You are welcome. The main purpose of today's video is to recreate this cute top that I have, and from the moment I purchased this top, I knew that I wanted to recreate it, and this is how it looks like. It's like a crossover at the front, and it has an opening at the back and a waistband that you tie at the back, and the sleeve is a little bit flared. And I saw one also on Pinterest that was made with like a floral fabric. I'll put it on the screen and also show you this one that I have. It's like a two-piece set, and the compliment I get from wearing this outfit is mind-blowing. So I'm going to recreate it with you so that you can also have one in your wardrobe, yeah, if you find it cute. So what I did was I took inspiration from both tops, from the one I own and then the one I saw on Pinterest, and put them together to recreate the new one. So it's not like the same, but you know, really close to it. So let's see how this top looks like. So without any further ado, let's get right into today's video. I traced the front bodice on fold because the top is a crossover top, and indicate your apex point, and from the apex point mark your bust radius all around, and then connect the lines to form a circle. Draw a contour line from the neckline to the apex point, and also from the shoulder, armhole, and center front. Then measure how long you want your top to be without the waistband. So I took out 4 inches away. So the total length now is 13.5, which includes allowance. So after I'll put 2 inches waistband there, so the total length will be 15. So now extend your line through the center front to the right side of the top and mark 1.5 inches, and then from the neckline I marked 9 inches, depending on how low or high you want your neckline to be. So what you're going to do now is to take 1/4 inch from the side for a snag fit, and also measure 1/4 inch on the bust radius for each of the contour lines, and then join them from the radius to the apex and then to the top of the line. Do like I'm doing in the video. It's a bit hard for me to explain, so please watch the video carefully and see what I'm doing. So after that, I cut out the unwanted part of the top and cut out the 1/4 inch takeout from the side. Now I'm going to cut one part of the waist dart to the apex point, and then I'll cut my armhole contour and then close it with a tape. You can also use a glue, whichever one you're comfortable with. And then also at the shoulder contour, do same. Don't touch the shoulder dart yet, that we are not contouring, we're going to cut it out later. And then your neckline contour, do same, but we're not going to touch the center front contour yet. That we're going to do later when we draw our neckline. You see why. So now I'll take out the shoulder dart. Make sure you don't cut through the apex point. So take it out and put it together like that. you don't overlap it, you just kind of make sure they're close together. And then from the 1.5 inch you went in extension, draw it to the neck, how low you wanted your neck. And then from the shoulder, I went in 1/2 inch and then drew in a new neckline. So I'll straighten, kind of correct it, and then I wanted the total shoulder to be 3 inches plus 1 inch allowance, so 4 inches, and kind of took the rest out. And then from the armhole I also took away 1/2 inch, so I'll take that out to kind of make ease for the armhole. So now I'll roughly cut out the paper from there and then draw a straight line from the contour line we made and then cut through it and close it. So now I'll add allowance to the neckline, 1/2 inch, and then cut out the unwanted part. So also cut out that over there and then put a paper there to kind of close it. So that area will be the gathers. That is where our gathers will be. You see that there's a gathers at the underbust of the top. And then I'll correct the shoulder line and cut the excess away. So I'll indicate that side gathers or pleat. And that is the front. Now for the back, I'll also cut away the extra, which was 4 inches. I'll cut that away and extend the middle of the dot line to the top and then indicate the middle of the new line and then draw a new dot. And then now we have to take away the shoulder dot. So mark a line from the middle to the dot point of the old dot and then make a line to that point and then close the shoulder. So now our dot, that shoulder dot, is cut out. And then straighten that line where you cut out the dot around that area, and then we'll cut out the whole dot out. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but I think the video is clear enough, so please watch it and do as I do. And then also put a paper there like we did for the front, and that will be the dot, a new dot. So we did that to remove any gapings from the back. So like I took away from the front, do same to the back. And make sure I'm going to do the new neckline. I went down 1 inch on the shoulder, so the total shoulder is now 4 inches like for the front, and by the time we finish sewing, the total shoulder will be 3. So now I drew in the center back. I curved it a little bit for the opening there, and I wanted to add allowance, but at the top there is not enough paper, so I just put some extra paper there to enable me to be able to put the allowance there. And draw out your allowance and cut the excess paper away. So the back is very easy to make, and that is it for the back. So I'll put in my grain line that will enable me to lay my fabric on my pattern on the fabric, and also for the front. So I actually indicated 2 on the back, but I'm going to cut 4 of that and then 4 of the front, so 4 each, because I want to use one as a lining. So two will be for the lining and two will be for the main fabric. So that is the fabric we're gonna use, and I already laid my fabric and pinned it, so cut them out. So we have 4 pieces each, and I'll indicate where I want the gathers to be, and then take off your pattern. So 4 of that, and then also for the back, mark your dot on all 4 pieces on the wrong side. So I'll put a pin at the bust point and then use the chalk to mark it on all 4, and then use a pencil to draw it out because the chalk is almost same color as the top, so you don't see that much. So I'll use the pencil to draw it on all of the 4 pieces. So do that, and I'll mark also that on the front piece. So now I'm going to cut the waistband, which is the finish length will be 2 inches. So I cut on fold is 2.5 inches. So the total width is 5 inches, and then the total length was 60 inches. So you can also cut the length as long as you want. So now let's move to the sleeve. This is all what I have left, the fabric. So I folded it into 4 and then like a triangle like that, and then measured 8 inches like that and cut it out. And then after that I would open it up and shape the sleeve. So from the top it would be big, and then it decreases as it goes down, so like that. And then I'll use the hip curve to shape it a little bit to kind of make it a little bit round and cut it out. So we would have 2 pieces of that afterwards. These are all the pieces. Now sew the back darts on all of the 4 pieces you have at the wrong side, remember. And then at the front, the lining I would make a pleat instead of a gathers, and then for the main, the one that is going to be the main fabric, that I would make the gathers. So I'll make 2 basting stitches and pull the gathers, so you can see, and it's looking nice already. Pull the gathers, and this is how it looks like. So what you're going to do now is to join the shoulders. So front to back. Do same for the linings. The one with the lining has the pleat, remember, and the one with the main fabric has the gathers. So match it with the back pieces, right sides facing, and join the shoulders. I also made the straps for the back to tie at the top. You can use a fastening if you want. You can use a hook and line, but I want to use a strap because I like straps. They're so cute. So mark it out, put it away from the allowance, and then after you sew the shoulder, sew the sides also. And after that is done, now we're going to face the top. So that is the lining, and this is the main top. So grab one of the lining piece and face it with the main top. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but watch carefully. So the one on the left is the main top and the one on the right is the lining. So make sure that they're matching, and then pin them. So you do same for the other one. So pin it from the front to through to the, from the center front to the center back, also the neckline as well, and then sew it. I left half an inch allowance, so that is what I'm sewing, half an inch, and do same to the other one. Now snip the front because it's a bit curvy, so that when you turn it out it will be curved. And then also the corner, you snip it like that for a smooth corner. So now what you're going to do for the front is to make an understitch on the lining so that it would lie flat. Make an understitch on the lining, and after that is done, iron it, and this is how it's looking. I don't know if you can really see it, it's not that clear. So I'll tie the strap at the back to join the back piece together at this moment. And remember the 1.5 inch, you mark it and then put one on the other one and then pin it. You can also make a basting stitch to tack it down. So now we're going to mark the center of the top and then the center of the waistband as well, and then match them like that. I also ironed an interlining or interfacing inside, so pin it and sew from one side of the waist to the other side. When that is done, now what you're going to look carefully, cut at the end of the waist according to the allowance you left on the waistband, or you did on the waist and the waistband, and then sew this place and turn it out. So what you're going to do now is to turn in the allowance on the extra length of the waistband. Just look closely to what I'm doing. Look closely at what I'm doing. I don't know what my hair is doing there, but yeah, let's focus on the sewing instead. So pin it all in. And do same to the other side and sew close to the edge. So now that is done, our top is almost done. You can also do a top stitch on the waistband. Now we have to sew in the sleeves, and I'm going to make a garnish, and then also at the edge I'm going to use the zigzag stitch to knitting it out. And after that, this is how it looks. And also I'm going to pull in the threads to form the gathers. So I'll go ahead and sew that place together and then attach the sleeve. So our top is done at this moment. So I went ahead and took out all of the basting stitches and did a top stitch on the waistband. So I'll try it on for you guys to see now. This is how it looks, and I really like the fit and everything. The front is also not gaping, that is why we did the contouring. So I hope you'd like this to be part of your wardrobe, and at this moment I want to say thank you to you all and see you again in my next video. Bye.